Learn English through stories. U43 answers PDF. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents. Vocabulary. 9 tests. Answers 1. Read the text and decide which answer A, B, C, or D best fits each space. Ours is a vanishing world, one in which the familiar is constantly disappearing and technological change is often difficult to cope with. So it should come as no surprise to most of us to hear that yet another part of everyday life is about to go forever. Apparently, within the next decade, money as we know it will probably cease to exist in technologically advanced countries. According to Professor Jerry Montague of the Institute for Economic Reform, the familiar coins and banknotes will soon be replaced entirely by credit cards of various kinds. And the shop of the future will be linked directly to the network of banking computers. The assistant will simply key in your bank account code number and the amount you have spent, and thank you politely. You won't have to dig deep in your pockets for change. You may not even have a number for your account as such, as the computer may by then be able to read your handprint. So no more instances of credit card fraud. But I am afraid that I shall miss money. I've felt strongly attached to it ever since I received my first pocket money when I was 5, and kept it in a money box. Even if my credit card of the future will be able to tell me exactly how much spending power I have left in the computer files, even if it lights up and plays a happy, or sad, tune at the same time, nothing will be able to replace the sheer pleasure I gained from rattling the coins in my money box. 2. Match each sentence AI with a sentence from 1 to 9, which has a similar meaning. A. We have to haggle. 5. We argue about the price. B. We have a nice little nest egg. 9. We have some savings. C. We spend a lot. 1. We have a high expenditure. D. We are in debt. 8. We owe money. E. We don't waste money. 2. We are very thrifty. F. We are paid on commission. 4. We earn according to what we sell. G. We want a rise. 7. We need higher wages. H. We lend money. 3. We let people borrow from us. I. We earn a lot. 6. We have a high income. 3. Take one word from each column to complete the collocations you need for each space. Advisor, and what about your bank details? Mr. Lumley, well, I have a regular current account from which we pay all our household bills such as gas and water, and also a savings account which earns interest at a rate of 4%. Advisor, I notice you have a regular monthly payment of PS 200 going out to JCS. What's that? Mr. Lumley, oh yes, that'll be the city. We made an initial down payment of PS 400, then we're paying the rest in monthly installments of PS 200. Advisor, right, and do you have any other savings or investments? Mr. Lumley, I have some shares invested on the stock exchange, but their value has gone down to just a few £100. Advisor, and last time we spoke, you were talking about maybe starting a new business venture with a colleague. Mr. Lumley, no, that's fallen through. We couldn't raise the necessary capital to satisfy the bank manager. Probably just as well. It will make filling in my tax return a lot easier. Advisor, yes, that's certainly true. It all gets very complicated if you're self-employed. 4. Underline the 2 words that are appropriate in each sentence. Harry has a good salary. He gets over PS 20,000 a year. Or, Harry has a good salary. He makes over PS 20,000 a year. B. Mary was awarded a grant to study child psychology. Or, Mary was awarded a scholarship to study child psychology. C. How much did you give for your new car? Or, how much did you pay for your new car? D. Their house fetched for a lot more than they expected. Or, their house sold for a lot more than they expected. E. I'm going to the bank to get out the money for the rent. Or, I'm going to the bank to withdraw the money for the rent. F. The manager disappeared with the receipts from the concert. Or, the manager disappeared with the takings from the concert. G. By the time Kate retired, she was a prosperous businesswoman. Or, by the time Kate retired, she was a wealthy businesswoman. H. We had a good holiday, but it was rather costly. Or, we had a good holiday, but it was rather expensive. I. Unfortunately, the old painting I found turned out to be valueless. Or, unfortunately, the old painting I found turned out to be worthless. J. We would appreciate it if you would settle your bill as soon as possible. Or, we would appreciate it if you would pay your bill as soon as possible. 5. Complete the fixed phrases in each space by choosing a word from the box which collocates with the words in bold. Have your shares just fallen in value and you don't know what to do? Or, have you come into a fortune and don't know how to invest it? Well, whether you've been made redundant or qualified for early retirement, whether your business is booming or you've just been declared bankrupt, we are the bank for you, the Caring Bank. We've got the account for you and can advise you accordingly. Come over to us, and you will be making a wise investment. We offer some of the most competitive loans and mortgages on the market. Provided you maintain your account in credit, and at a minimum level of PS 500, we will offer you financial advice completely free of charge whenever you request it. Can't be bad, can it? 6. Using the draft as a guide, complete the letter. Use 1 or 2 words in each space. The words you need do not occur in the draft. Dear Mrs. Carter, please accept my apologies for any inconvenience caused to you by the late delivery and incorrect contents of consignment 3882. We pride ourselves in maintaining a consistently high standard of packing. As a goodwill gesture, we are sending you PS 200 by way of compensation. Please find a check for this amount enclosed. Will you be good enough to acknowledge receipt of this check? To date, we have had an excellent working relationship, which we wish to maintain at all costs. We are always at your service. Yours sincerely, John Barr, Customer Services Manager. 7. Which of these people are in a good situation, from their point of view, and which are in a bad situation? 1. Jack, good situation. He has been freed from some unpleasant task or responsibility. 2. Lily, bad situation. She has had to take the blame instead of other people. 3. Carmen, bad situation. She has to do what everyone else tells her to do, whenever they want it. 4. Bina, good situation. She has persuaded someone to let her do what she wants. 8. Complete each of these idioms with a preposition. 1. It's wrong to take the law in your own hands. 2. It's time I laid down the law and made them do their duty. 3. I would not want to be on the receiving end of his bad temper. Or, I would not want to be at the receiving end of his bad temper. 4. Old Bob seems to have become a law unto himself at work. He does just what he likes. 5. Nobody tells you what to do. You're just left to your own devices. 9. Rewrite the underlined part of each sentence with an idiom. 1. I think there is a hidden agenda in that letter she sent to the boss. 2. I thought I was gonna have to represent my class at the staff student meeting, but they've let me off the hook. Or 2. I thought I was gonna have to represent my class at the staff student meeting, but I've got off the hook. 3. She's an awful boss to work for. The secretaries are at beck and call, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. 4. He has been on the receiving end of a lot of criticism from the press in recent weeks. Or, he has been at the receiving end of a lot of criticism from the press in recent weeks. 5. They cause all the trouble, and I always have to carry the can. 6. I don't want someone telling me what to do all the time. I'd rather be left to my own devices.